and may you enjoy your day in this magical place called Disneyland.
Get the easy part out of the way first if I can. These together, there you go. Hold the microphone between you. Put the microphone between you a little bit. There you go. First, can I get ladies first? Say and spell your first and last name, please. And the other gentleman, please.
The gentleman is Ken Gurley.
Let's talk about the clothes. It was being pulled today by John Aston. How special was that? That was
Except correctly, it's a maintenance project because restoration actually implies a couple of other things. For instance, Chloe does not look like she did when she rolled off the ball.
Locomotives here at the park at Disney, and I met John Batista and his crew at Lassiter's up in Napa, and I asked them, I said, who can really do a good boiler inspection for us and check over Chloe? Because I've looked over it, and that is project manager Mike Whistler's description of the history of Chloe and its connection to Walt Disney, and so I'll be able to use that with this special project. I will see you on Facebook, my friend. Yeah. I think when the weather gets cooler, I'll be directing out. Oh, good.
Well, we try to do that too, but it's usually it's like 160
I'm just going to wait till it's
degrees.
cooler. It's too hot to go to. I'm sorry, but it's way too hot. It is. Thank you very much. Did you see Eric? See Eric out there? Eric? This morning. Yeah, he was out there this morning.
Out there working the train.
Oh, is he at Toontown?
Wash your hands, arms,
Yeah, we were.
and legs inside the train.
I have not seen
Please wash your hands.
It was really funny. We're like, oh, we want to walk out into the park. We want to go under. How do we get there? Well, we go to this, that, and the other. Then when's this leaving? Now. It's like, okay, hop on. Nobody's going to be on it. We're not loading for 2 stations. Ah, there's a Lilly.
Yes, there's the Lilly Bell.
Nobody in the Lilly Bell? Yeah.
No, we can fix that. And as he was driving home, he saw the museum. He said, why don't I go out to the museum? That would be a better thing.
Oh, nice.
And then one
It's the
day,
kids. It gets better.
oh, it's the kids?
No, he's got pictures of us from March Twain.
Oh, okay. Oh, awesome. So anyway, that's what happened. He came up and the CEO we played his house.
I know that guy. So what do you got going on today? Nothing. What you normally do?
To ensure a safe ride, stay seated before and Disneyland Railroad. To ensure a safe ride, stay seated. To ensure a safe ride, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
You're welcome. Have a great day. Sounds like what we're going to do this. Hey, we saw that over at there it is! There's another one. No, I'm saying. Look, that guy's in the tree.
I've been navigating these parts for years now, but I never get tired of taking in the breathtaking beauty of the Colorado River. The majestic trees, the stunning rock formations, the cascading waterfalls, the moose, deer, and elk along the banks. It's all so magnificent and so peaceful.
So just to let you know, YouTubers, the railroad has opened about a little over a day early for the ones that are here now.
Now arriving from a trip around Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom. Passengers will stand by to board. Your attention, please. The Disneyland Limited now leaving for a complete trip around Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom through the Grand Canyon and Primeval World.
Ensure a safe ride. Stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Please watch
Away from vehicle openings and have them seated on a lap or behind a bench. Next stop is
To those just joining us, welcome aboard. To those just joining us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. To ensure a safe ride, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
Your attention, please. The Disneyland Limited now arriving from a trip around Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom. Passengers will stand by to board. magic area through the grand and primeval world. Stop at Disney's Toontown, Tomorrowland, and Bellle.
Our connection between working and being there.
Hello.
So we're going to be holding here for just a little bit. Our engine is taking on some water. This is a legitimate steam engine, so we do need water to make the steam. No water, no steam, no go. And folks, today we will be having one performance of Mickey's Sensational Parade starting at 4:30, stepping off from Town Square and making its way to the Small World. We also do have two performances of the Main Street Electric Parade stepping off at 8:45 and 10:45. And we'll be having two performances of Fantasmic tonight, folks. You can see Mickey Mouse light up the bed.
What's that?
Why do I like Tom meeting Joel? What makes that connection make me so happy? It doesn't matter whether they become friends or not. I find the commonality, and if they don't, it's okay. It reminds me at a party, you have a friendship, that's awesome. If they don't, it's no big deal. It's not a responsibility, it's just like a common.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of terminology you use for that.
But it's
More than just being a pleaser.
Big Joe!
Oh my gosh!
To those just joining us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. To ensure a safe ride, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
Watch your kids! Watch your kids!
I'm not a child anymore. Lentamente y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias. We're now entering Splash Mountain, rumored to be the location of the one and only laughing place. If you look real hard, you just might find it. It's where the critters are celebrating a zippity-doo-dah day. Speaking of critters, this place we're passing over is home to a whole bunch of them. Here in Critter Country, you can join Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Brer Rabbit, and Brer Bear on their fun-filled adventures.
So, all of this, here on,
Oh, maybe I read a video.
there's the one of the trusses over there. There's one of the new trusses right here.
Yeah, it's all new.
As we steam past Hungry Bear Restaurant, last outpost in these parts, we're now joining up with the Rivers of America and entering the frontier as it looked more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite part of the trip. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the eye can see.
These are pictures you have. This is really
There is the revered Indian shaman, sharing his stories with those in the great river valley below.
This feels so much better.
People like you have been riding these rails since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled these iron horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation as it moved west into this great frontier. Of course, some of those dreams, and the stories that went with them, were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable, like on Big Thunder Mountain, where I hear that mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Look at that.
You couldn't see any of the Star Wars stuff.
This is so cute. Look at this small Joe.
It's all behind us, behind the wall.
Hi, George.
New tunnel.
Oh my goodness.
This tunnel signals our transition from the frontier here to another kind of here, the ones you'll find on Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Our next stop is Toontown Depot, official train station for Mickey's Toontown, the cartoon home where Mickey, Minnie, and all their friends live. Toontown Depot is also the gateway to Fantasyland, where you'll find many of your favorite Disney animated characters and stories. If you're leaving us here, please wait until the train comes to a full stop. Remember your personal belongings, then step carefully from the train. Have fun, and say hi to Mickey and Minnie for me. Those of you continuing on with us, we'll be resuming our trip in just a moment. This is Toontown Depot, Mickey's Toontown.
Alright, friends, on the safety equipment has come to a full safe and complete stop. We do not want to conduct a safety step off. Thank you for choosing the Disneyland Railroad. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day here at the original Magic of Disney. Legs inside the train at all times. Supervise that all small children towards the inside of the benches, away from the open doorways and aisles of the train.
I can only stand the part for Randall.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us on the Disneyland Railroad. For a safe ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Y bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we leave Toontown Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn Mountain.
Just a second. Okay. Just a second.
The man was there, he tried. George tried.
Look down here, right here.
We're now steaming forward into the future to a land inspired by visions of tomorrow, both practical and imaginable. Here you'll find rocket ships and star speeders, submarines and astroblasters, and if you look overhead, maybe a glimpse of a Mark 7 monorail. This is the latest version of the first daily operating monorail system in the entire Western Hemisphere, gliding above Disneyland since 1959. Below the monorail, and us, are the fun-filled roadways of the Autopia. Drivers of all ages can get behind the wheel of these cars. No experience or license required. If you're into soaring spaceships or doing battle with evil empires and emperors, Tomorrowland is definitely the place for you. Speaking of which, we're pulling into Tomorrowland Station right now. If you're leaving us here, just stay seated until we come to a full stop. Gather your belongings, including lightsabers and astroblasters, and step carefully from the train. Thanks, and have fun in the future. For the rest of you, just sit tight. We'll be on our way again in just a minute.
Alright folks, this is Tomorrowland Station. Please stay seated until the train has come to a full safe and complete stop. Thank you, and hopefully enjoy the rest of your day here at Disneyland Park, the original Magic Kingdom. Alright, so if you're staying on board, please find the far end of the road, folks. Find the far end of the road, make it as comfortable as possible.
What did they do that?
And before we arrive at Main Street, we'll be making a detour to the Grand Canyon of Primeval World. We invite you to take all the photos and videos that you like, but please turn off all the flash settings and video lighting from the camera. Once again, no video lighting and flash photography.
This is great, guys. Lovely.
To those who have just come aboard, welcome. The next leg of our journey will take us from the fantastic world of the future to the breathtaking beauty of nature's own design, the Grand Canyon. For your safety, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Watch your children and no flash photography.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado, tenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Por favor, no tome fotografías con flash.
Grand Canyon as we know it today. But it wasn't always this way. Now, let's travel back in time, way back in time, to the fantastic past of the primeval world, land of the dinosaurs. We're now returning to our own time and to Main Street Station, gateway to Disneyland. If you're leaving us here, stay in your seat until we come to a full stop. Remember to gather all your personal belongings and step carefully from the train. I'd especially like to thank those of you who've been with me for the Grand Circle Tour of Disneyland. We hope you enjoyed your travels with us and that you'll come back to ride with us again real soon. For those of you staying with us, we'll be on our way again in just a few minutes. This is Main Street Station, Main Street, USA. Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. We're embarking on a Grand Circle tour of the Magic Kingdom. We'll be stopping at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the primeval world and the age of the dinosaurs before returning to Main Street Station. As we begin our journey, remember that for a safe trip, you need to stay seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your children.
Bienvenidos a bordo del Disneyland Railroad. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
Our first stop is New Orleans Square Station. But to get there, we need to pass through the wilds of Adventureland. It may seem peaceful through here, but trust me, it's a real jungle out there. Literally. So be on the lookout. You just never know what might be lurking along the rails. Just ahead is New Orleans Square Station. This station also serves Frontierland and Critter Country. If you'll be leaving us here, please remain seated until the train comes to a complete stop. Then watch your step as you're getting off. For those of you continuing on with us, we'll be resuming our trip in just a moment. This is New Orleans Square Station.
After New Orleans Square Station, from your stop at Indiana Jones by Caribbean, the Haunted Mansion, Flash Mountain, Sears, Winter, and Big Thunder Mountain. So we'll be exiting here. Please remain seated until the stop. For those of you staying off the